Most people think earning more is the key to building wealth, but the numbers tell another story. Over the last 20 years, US wages increased roughly 82%, while the S&P 500 grew more than 350%, and home prices jumped over 125%. The economy expanded dramatically, but 57% of Americans don't have enough saved to handle an unexpected expense of $1,000. The gap isn't created by income. It comes from the fact that money compounds only for those who place it where growth actually happens. According to the Federal Reserve, wealthy households keep over 70% of their net worth in assets that grow on their behalf, while the average family keeps most of theirs in cash and consumption. Today I'm going to show you those hidden multipliers and how they can help you double your money without working more. Increasing your wealth without adding extra hours starts with changing the value of the hours you already work. Think of your income as having its own kind of inflation. When your skills improve, the market naturally adjusts the price of your time upward, even if your workload stays exactly the same. Small, targeted upgrades create this effect. Writing clearly, presenting ideas with structure, negotiating better, or knowing how to interpret basic data are simple skills that employers and clients value immediately. None of them require a new degree or a lifestyle shift, yet each can raise your earning potential within weeks. Many professionals overlook these micro-upgrades because they seem ordinary, but ordinary skills become powerful when combined. This is where skill stacking changes the equation. Someone who communicates well is valuable. Someone who communicates well and understands numbers becomes essential. Someone who communicates well, understands numbers, and has basic negotiation confidence can influence decisions, reduce company costs, or close deals. Results that employers reward because they directly improve the bottom line. The pattern appears in the 80-20 rule. A small percentage of skills produces the majority of income growth. When you focus on the few skills that create measurable results, doubling your value becomes a realistic outcome. And when it's time to ask for a raise or increase your rates, the strongest argument is simple. Show the financial impact of your contributions. Here's how much I saved or generated for the company. Here's what I'm requesting in proportion. Businesses respond to outcomes, and professionals who speak in terms of return on investment consistently earn more without working more. One of the fastest ways to double your money without earning more is to upgrade the structure of how you spend it. Every household has expenses that quietly drain cash each month, yet many of these can be transformed into financial advantages with small, permanent adjustments. This is the idea of an asset substitute, replacing something that only consumes money with a version that returns value. Consider transportation. A car with high fuel consumption, expensive maintenance, and rising insurance costs can drain thousands over a year. Switching to a more efficient model instantly lowers ongoing expenses, and the difference becomes capital you can redirect toward growth. The same logic applies to housing. Moving to a neighborhood just 5% cheaper may sound insignificant, but that margin compounds quickly. Over a year, the savings often match a full month of rent, which can double your available investment amount without touching your income. Another overlooked upgrade involves reward systems. When you route recurring expenses, groceries, utilities, subscriptions, through a no-fee card that accumulates points or miles, you convert part of your regular spending into monetary value. Many people travel for free or offset major purchases simply by optimizing what they already spend. These shifts seem small, yet they hold enormous power because they are permanent. A one-time decision that reduces a recurring cost produces benefits month after month. This is how wealthy families manage expenses. They don't cut aggressively, they replace inefficient choices with smarter ones. Over 2 or 3 years, these upgrades create a widening gap between income and lifestyle costs, and that gap becomes the engine that doubles your money even when your paycheck stays the same. If you are enjoying this video so far, consider giving it a like. It really helps the channel and tells YouTube that you're interested in this kind of content. Even people who earn well struggle to grow their net worth because a large portion of their money never has the chance to compound. It disappears through silent leaks, small financial drains that feel harmless individually, but accumulate into thousands of dollars lost each year. Identifying and eliminating these leaks is often more impactful than choosing the perfect investment. Interest is one of the biggest culprits. Long financing terms, revolving credit balances, or missed payments quietly transfer wealth from your pocket to someone else's. High-interest debt grows much faster than most investments, which is why eliminating it often produces the highest return you'll ever experience. Paying off a balance charging 20% annually is the equivalent of earning a guaranteed 20% return on your money. Few investments offer that level of certainty. Monthly expenses also hide leaks. Bank fees, inflated phone plans, unnecessary insurance add-ons, and free trials that quietly became paid subscriptions drain cash simply because they go unnoticed. A quick audit of recurring charges often reveals services you no longer use or contracts that can be renegotiated. Many people cut hundreds from their monthly spending with a single hour of review. These issues usually concentrate in 4 categories: the big 4: housing, transportation, dining out, and debt. Improving just one of these areas can shift your financial trajectory. Improving 2 or more can double the amount of money available for wealth building within months. Once these leaks are sealed, your money finally begins to accumulate rather than evaporate. You're not working more, earning more, or sacrificing quality of life. You're simply keeping the money that was already yours, and that alone creates a financial expansion that compounds over time. One of the most reliable ways to double your net worth without changing jobs or adding more work is to hold your lifestyle steady for a defined period. Most people increase their spending every time their income rises, often unconsciously. Freezing your lifestyle interrupts this automatic pattern and redirects new income toward growth rather than consumption. The simplest approach is setting a fixed spending range and maintaining it for 12 to 24 months. Instead of reducing your quality of life, you preserve it at its current level. Any salary increase, bonus, tax refund, or side income automatically becomes surplus. This surplus is what allows your net worth to accelerate. The shift feels small at first, but it compounds quickly because your expenses remain predictable while your income keeps expanding. A practical rule many people follow is a reversed version of the traditional 50-30-20 framework. For 1 year, they commit to allocating 50% of any income increase toward wealth building, then distribute the remainder as usual. It's manageable, sustainable, and powerful enough to change long-term outcomes. Another useful tactic is the 90-day freeze. Whenever you receive a raise or unexpected money, you wait 3 months before adjusting your lifestyle. This pause creates distance from impulse decisions, larger apartments, upgraded cars, new subscriptions, and gives you time to choose intentionally instead of emotionally. Many discover they don't actually want those upgrades after the waiting period ends. Lifestyle freeze works because it controls the variable that most people underestimate: expanding spending. When income rises but expenses stay steady, the gap between the two widens. That gap becomes the fuel that quietly doubles your net worth in less time than most people imagine. Doubling your money without working more becomes far easier when you use forms of leverage that expand your results without expanding your workload. Leverage is simply anything that allows one effort to produce many outcomes, and it exists in several forms that are accessible to almost everyone. One of the strongest is knowledge leverage, a single skill that permanently increases your earning potential. Understanding how to manage projects, analyze financial information, or use a new software continues paying dividends long after you've learned it. You don't repeat the effort every month. Your improved capability creates ongoing advantages. Technology offers another layer of leverage. Tools that simplify budgeting, track expenses, compare insurance rates, or manage tasks free up time and reduce errors. Even small automations like scheduling payments or using apps that categorize spending prevent financial setbacks and increase consistency. When systems handle routine decisions, your energy goes toward choices that actually move your wealth forward. Then there's capital leverage. Money placed in assets, shares, index funds, REITs, dividend-paying companies, scales in a way labor cannot. Once invested, your capital works continuously, and the growth compounds in the background. Even modest, steady contributions create significant momentum over time. Reputation also plays a role. Consistent financial decisions, paying on time, maintaining low debt, staying organized, open doors to better credit terms, lower interest rates, and opportunities that aren't available to those who manage money reactively. These advantages accumulate quietly, but make a measurable difference. The goal is to create effortless scaling, actions you take once that keep producing results year after year. When these forms of leverage work together, your financial outcome grows faster than your workload, and doubling your money becomes a natural progression rather than an exhausting pursuit. When you stop relying on extra hours and start relying on better systems, money grows in ways effort alone can't match. Wealth multiplies through decisions that compound, upgrading skills, tightening leaks, holding your lifestyle steady, and using leverage wisely. These choices don't demand more work, just more intention. Over time, they create a financial trajectory that moves upward almost automatically, turning stability into real momentum. If this video helped you somehow, take a second to hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And if you're ready to stop chasing the illusion of success and start building real freedom, subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.